And with me now is Pete Snyder, chairman of the Republican Party of Virginia's Victory 2012. Hey, Pete, good to see you. Thanks for joining me.
Morning, Alex. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm going to talk about the numbers that you may have seen on the screen as we were coming into you there. We have some polling from the Washington Post, which shows Mitt Romney trailing the president among registered voters, the women voters, and independents. So talk to me about why the president is doing well in Virginia right now and why you think that could change.
Well, Alex, first and foremost, I'm a former pollster, so think of that as like a recovering alcoholic or so. And look, any horse race numbers right now, you can throw out the door. They're virtually meaningless. There was a poll last week that showed Romney up 6. I don't believe that one either. What is important is what are the issues that Virginia voters are focused on. And the surveys that you showed show that Virginia voters are interested in the economy, number 1, unemployment, number 2, number 3, surprisingly, is the deficit, because they're worried about the debt that this country is taking on, and number 4 is gas prices. I don't think that's going to change between now and November. So that's a very road for the president to hoe. Virginia is a toss-up, as Mike Vaquera said earlier. It's probably the number 1 battleground state in the country. We welcome the president coming to Virginia as often as he is, because he needs to work really, really hard to win back the trust of voters here. There were hundreds of thousands of Virginia voters who voted for a Democrat for the first time 4 years ago. First time since LBJ won the presidency did Virginia go for a Democrat. And they bought into the message of hope and change that candidate Obama was selling. And he actually, looked right at your colleague, Matt Lauer, and said that the economy was the number 1 issue. This is candidate Obama. And if he didn't get it right, voters should throw him out of office in 4 years. And you know what? The results weren't there. And Virginia voters are left holding the bag. So I think it's going to be a tough road.
Okay, so Pete, I want to talk, though, about some stats from former McCain. Okay, chief economist, Republican, Mark Zandi actually seems to be calling for more government spending, not less. Here's the quote. The job losses at state and local governments are the most serious weight on the job market. Okay, again, that is Mark Zandi, McCain's former economist. What do you think about that?
Well, all due respect to Senator McCain, I don't think his economic program won the day in 2008. So you could pick a random economist out there and say anything that you want. Alex, I think the great thing about the president coming to Virginia today to kick off his presidential campaign is the incredible contrast between what's been happening in the country under his policies and what's been happening in Virginia under the policies of a conservative, economic-minded governor, Governor Bob McDonnell, who believes in right to work. President Obama in Virginia said he doesn't believe that Virginia should be a right-to-work state. And someone in Bob McDonnell who's on the economy like a laser beam. That's why he won by 17 points a lone year after President Obama won Virginia by 7. So Pete, Virginia voters are focused on jobs.
So Pete, are you going to take that message? Are you going to Richmond, Virginia today? Are you going to be there outside of VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University, and be among those trying to put out certain messages after the president campaigns there?
Absolutely. I have the chicken suit in the car. It's all set. We're ready to roll. No, seriously, we are going to be pointing out the contrast of what good things are happening in Virginia under an economic-minded leader. Barack Obama said that he was going to focus on the economy, and instead he chewed up 2.5 years. His number 1 priority was ramrodding down Obamacare, which kills jobs. Small business men and women are saying they're not hiring because they're worried about the implications of Obamacare. So we have a clear contrast today, and it's going to resonate with Virginia voters.
And I think a lot of people will be listening to you a little bit later today. Pete Snyder, thank you very much, and we'll sure talk to you again through this campaign. Thanks.
Thank you, Alex.
Get ready for a beautiful